Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hey Dad RC. We are back out in the garage at the Boneyard Indoor Crawler Course, and this one is going to be it, guys. This is going to be the last run on this course, as we know it, the last vehicle that we're going to run on here, and it'll also be my first time driving it. We're talking about the 1/18 scale Eazy RC Triton, this resembling the Toyota FJ body. Like I said, this will be my first run completely stock. So we'll see how it'll do. I think it might fare a little bit better than the Patriot. It's going to be a little bit less top heavy. It doesn't sit as high. That would be my guess. But with me driving these things, it could turn out to be a whole lot worse. But like I said, there was a couple of more cars that I plan to run. They're not mine. They're my son's. He's got an Axial SCX 24 Jeep. Not the Gladiator, but the Wrangler that came out a few years back. And he's got a Charisma 124 scale Jimny. I decided not to run those in part because he rarely drives them. They're in pretty pristine shape, and I just figured I wouldn't run them. And also, it's been really hard to get out here in the winter with the cold, and to get this mud pit and the consistency that I wanted has been difficult. So, although I don't know what the crawler course is going to look like next year or what the theme is going to be, I might omit the mud pit just because this is a wintertime RC project and it's hard to get frozen mud thawed out. So I might omit that no matter what the theme is next year. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the run with this. And it's going to conclude the Boneyard series, at least the runs on this course until we begin demolition, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, let's get the run with the Triton. Yeah, one penalty for the old Triton here. And that's it. Time. We're going to take a 3-second penalty. Um, and I went really slow up the incline just because of the width of the track of the truck. You got to be real careful, otherwise you're going to fall off. I think we did with the Patriot. I'm not sure. But yeah, guys, that's it. Unceremoniously, that's going to be the last run on the Boneyard. I'm sure I'll do a separate video talking about the Boneyard if you guys are interested, what's in store, what I thought of it, etc., etc. But for now, let's run upstairs and see how the Triton fared on the old leaderboard. All right, so back to check the time for the Eazy RC Triton. On the right-hand side there, we see that it finishes with a time of 118.98 seconds, 1 3-second penalty, so that takes it to 121.98. And over there on your left, we take a look at what is now the final leaderboard. All the rigs that we're going to run have been run, so this first season of the indoor crawling course comes to a close. And we see sitting up top is the Axial SCX 24 Deadbolt with the best time of 1 minute and 4 seconds, 0.08. I put a little asterisk up on the right just because of any of the trucks. The Deadbolt's the only one that has had anything done to it, and that was putting on some brass wheel weights. I think probably helped it out a little bit. But even without those wheel weights, I think the Deadbolt still would have beat out the second place winner, which is still pretty big surprise to me, in the Charisma Brat at a flat 118. And we see that the Triton's time even with the penalty of 121.98, makes it finish in 3rd place. And we take a look down the rest of the leaderboard. That black line going down towards the bottom, that was just a cutoff line, which once we got started with this, I figured anything under 2 minutes was probably going to be a pretty decent time. So we've seen that 5 rigs could not come in at under 2 minutes, and 2 of those 5 that didn't come in under were kind of surprising to me. I was surprised that the Gladiator didn't finish with a better time, although that slightly extended wheelbase I think definitely hurt it on some of the obstacles. And the FMS FCX 24 Power Wagon coming in at just over 2 minutes, that surprised me as well, as that is the only crawler that we had out on the course that had the portal axles, and I really thought that that would have helped it out some more either. Again, all of these times could be quite a bit different if I took them out there and run them again, or if I put a better driver out there and ran them again. Again, this is all for fun. But, you know, all in all, this was fun. Building the course was a lot of fun. The Halloween theme, I really enjoyed it. And running all these trucks out there, you know, I've learned some things that I will do differently next time, and there were some things that I did that I was pretty happy with. The only thing that I know that I am going to do differently for sure on the next iteration of the course, because doing this, it's inside technically. I mean, it's in my garage, even though it's not heated, but I wanted someplace I could go out and create some content and have some fun without actually being in the snow and in the wind and stuff like that. So keeping an eye to that for next fall going into winter. I want to get rid of the mud pit. No matter what I decide to do for a course, we're going to get rid of the mud pit. So it was just too tough in the winter to keep that the consistency that I wanted because it kept freezing. So yeah, just take one final look, 1 through 15 at the board, and we'll come back and show you the 1 through 3 podium quick. So yeah, here's a final look at your podium finish. The Deadbolt on top in the center there with the best time. The Brat on the left and the Eazy RC Triton on the right. As you see, the Brat doesn't currently have its tires on there. That's because I put them on something else. And that's something I'll do a quick video on, I think, for the next video that I do. Just something where my curiosity got the best of me and I recorded it and I thought I would show you guys. But I'll do that, like I said, in the next video. So here's a look for the first season of the indoor crawler course, your top 3. And yeah, now I've got to take a little bit of time to figure out the next course, what I want the theme to be, how I want to do it, and such. And as always, I'll take your guys' suggestions down below in the comment section. Something maybe you would want to see, something you liked on this that you would like to see done on the next course, what you didn't like, you know, what theme you want to see. I've thought about doing the Christmas theme for the next one, but if I was going to do that, I probably should have gotten out to the stores right after Christmas to scoop up all the Christmas kind of theme decorations when they were on clearance. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but again, I'll take your guys' suggestions, and maybe we can come up with something. I'm going to want to start working on that course in the spring, hopefully, so that it's ready by the fall. And speaking of changing up the course and doing something differently, Halloween decorations aside, I want to repurpose as much of the material that's out there on the course as I possibly can. And if you didn't see the earlier video before the season actually began, where I talked about what I used on the course and how much everything cost me, aside from the actual Halloween decorations, the only money that I had into that course was hot glue and the E6000. All the other materials on that was stuff that I had on hand. So I would like to repurpose as much of that as possible, because I'm cheap, and I think for something like that, you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money to make a neat course and have some fun with it. I could, you know, sink a bunch of money into, you know, better supplies, but, you know, like I said, I'm cheap. So if you've seen on previous videos, we've got the construction equipment bought, and I thought that would make some interesting content to quote unquote deconstruct
the crawler course, and but I realized, Jeremy, you've got the rigs, but you don't have a crew to get the job done. So I went out, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I picked up a crew for the construction. A couple packs of these guys here. They're going to serve as my construction crew. Well, half of it, because I picked up 2 packs. And so we've got our laborers, and I'm thinking that fellow in the middle with the nicely coiffed hairdo and the shades, I think he's going to have to serve as a foreman for the job. We'll have to think of a name for him, but yeah, we got the construction rigs. We needed a crew, so these guys are going to be out there working on deconstructing the crawler course. Guys, if you've made it this far in the into the video, I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten throughout running this indoor course and running all these rigs. I appreciate everybody's input, and I appreciate everybody's constant support. It's talking to everybody in the comments section and having that banter with all of my friends on YouTube that, you know, that's what keeps me pushing to keep doing content. I don't have a lot of in-person friends, but I really enjoy talking to everybody on YouTube and watching your videos as well. So once again, I appreciate all the support throughout the season of the Boneyard. I had a blast doing it. I had a blast building it. And I hope you guys had hopefully half as much fun watching them as I did putting the videos together. Guys, until next time, everybody stay safe. We'll see you around.